Okay, welcome back. ElksCentral, August 23rd. The Edmonton Elks have beaten the Ottawa Redblacks in week 12, 30-20. Third win in a row. We're eating W's. And this team is all the way back. I don't know if you guys have been following along on my Twitter, but I've pretty much I'm willing it into existence that this will be a 7-6 team. I'm operating under the assumption of such, but doesn't happen without the win against Ottawa. Right? Starts there. Really, I mean, we'll obviously get into the game. I would hope we get into the game. That's what we're here for. Ottawa, really beatable team who I give them credit because Ottawa doesn't go away and they do come back well and they fight. But this was just never trailed in the game. There was never a point in this game, even when it was 2017, late in the fourth, there was never a point in this game where I felt like it wasn't Edmonton's. And I just, even though some of the numbers may not reflect it, through and through felt like the better team to me.
Took care of business, did what they were supposed to do, did what they had to do. And, like you said, they didn't trail. Wasn't an overly convincing win. But hey, 3 straight now. And, there's something convincing about that. With some good play before those 3 straight too.
Yeah. The Hamilton one's really...
Yeah, you had that, man.
Because like if you get that one, that's 4 in a row, which is math guy. We're a math podcast. That's one more than 3. But also, all of a sudden you're sitting at 5-5 instead of 4 and 6 and 5-5 going into Labor Day. Like 500 just feels a heck of a lot better than one game below 500. You know what I mean?
Fellas, I can't be captain. Good morning, Rick. Good. How you doing, brother Rick?
Good, buddy.
I can't be Captain Killjoy here.
Right. You're finna be.
It's all against the East. They haven't done it against the West yet. Yep. And they got to start stacking these dubs and eating the dubs against the West. Now, take care of the business. You only can play who's in front of you on the sked.
Yep.
But we really want to see if they're a team's team. We know it's got to be done in the West.
Yeah. 0-4 against the West so far this year. The 2 to BC, to Winnipeg, and to Saskatchewan. I'm not putting as much. Listen, because what it's going to take is leapfrogging BC, right?
Like, you're still on that.
Or Winnipeg. Man,
they're almost
Calgary. What do we exactly? Calgary, like there's teams. Everybody is in our purview.
They're all in the sites now.
Yep.
They're in the same with Labor Day, home and home. That's a 4-point swing.
Doesn't it? But BC doesn't feel closer to you guys than Calgary and Winnipeg.
No, to be honest,
I'm going to need to see what Calgary does today.
We'll talk today with the Riders.
Yeah, I'm going to need to see after today.
In Saskatchewan.
In Calgary.
Oh, it's in
Calgary. Yeah, in Calgary. In Calgary.
But nonetheless, like that's going to be really telling how they come out of that, the Stamps. And then, man, you got this home and home. So much can happen.
It's like you talk about the way, and it is funny because I'm trying to sit here and push back on it. And then you do look and like the 4 wins. Montreal, Ottawa twice, Toronto.
And then who did they play tight? Like you just said.
Yeah. Hamilton right?
Let's go.
But a win is a win.
Yeah.
You only can get it against who's there.
The 3 teams they have wins against are combined 10-22. So it doesn't inspire confidence, but I will say this, Al Pacino's speech, any given Sunday, and CFL, it's any given Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, there's a lot of good teams. We saw Ottawa beat Calgary twice. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good league. It's all pro football. Like, Toronto's beating Winnipeg. Anyone can win. You got to go out there and win the games on the schedule. You know what I mean?
You do.
This is a different team since Saskatchewan. We started with Fajardo.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Well said.
Different team.
I wonder a lot about. Actually, I got a fun stat for this one because the Elks were leading 20-7 going into halftime. Game felt wildly in control. Get outscored in the third quarter. Nothing crazy or anything like that. 7-0. Ottawa goes on that long 90+ yard drive to score. The Elks so far this year only have 30 points in the third quarter, excuse me. And they have like 94 or something in the fourth quarter. So it's very strange for me to see a team come out of halftime, not make adjustments or get out coached coming out of halftime and give up those numbers, not, score the ball in the third quarter, but then close games so well. And that's what they're doing. They're closing games well. Cause when Ottawa made it, when it was 2017 and then Edmonton comes back down and with the Rankin touchdown, like blows the game out of the water and it feels like it's over.
Well, that third quarter, man, Ottawa gets the ball and just moves it like butter.
Yeah.
Like
just
it was just a smooth drive.
It was almost the end of the second quarter too.
Yeah,
it was a little bit into the second quarter. You started going. I don't want these thoughts to pop in my head, but they're knocking. They want to get in. And the third quarter, you're like, okay, like let's hold it together, guys. Hold it together. It's getting a little closer than I wanted it to be. And in the fourth quarter, they shut them down.
Yeah, they did.
But this is my thing. Like, I never felt, even when Ottawa was putting that drive together to end the half, I never felt like and then in the third quarter as well, when they came back and it was 20-14 going into the fourth, I never felt that Ottawa was there. Like, I never felt that Ottawa was really close to coming back. Like, for me, all the way through, Edmonton felt in control. Even when Ottawa was putting things together, even when Dustin Crum was able to move the ball through the air and use his legs. Like, I always felt that Edmonton was going to come away with the win. Like,
do you think it's because of the guy at quarterback? You had enough confidence in the guy at quarterback that when the offense was back on the field, that if we gave up some points, he was going to go take them back?
I don't even know. Like, it's more of just like one of those feelings you can't explain. Like, it was a gut feeling is really what it was.
They're the better team. Like, you could feel they were the better team. But to Rick's point, man, Cody was dealing just so efficient. And, he didn't have a touchdown, had the one interception. But he's just so efficient. I always tell people, you don't need a quarterback to go and do the highlight plays. You just need them to go and be point guard and just distribute it to your playmakers. And that's what Cody does.
Yeah. Cody is obviously incredibly efficient, moves the ball really, really well. Just so much trust in him as a quarterback. He is good for one like hilarious interception a game though. Like, there's always one interception that you're like, Cody, like, come on, man.
I thought exactly of you when he threw that pick.
When he's running the fake with the ball high.
Yeah.
He loves that.
Cody's like the quarter. Like, it's like when you're playing with like Peyton Manning and Madden.
Yeah.
And you're just carving up a defense. You got
like slippery one in there though.
Yeah. You got like 300 yards and you're just feeling it. And then all of a sudden you're like, I'm going to roll with Peyton Manning and let this one go on the run. And it's just like the worst interception you ever see. Cody's always good for one of those. But I mean, since he's come in totally, you know what? Another fun one about this one was, this is the first time, you guys might be surprised to hear this. First time Edmonton has scored 30 with Cody as the quarterback. Interesting one, right?
Yeah. As you bring up the score, fellas, I got to say, out of 4 possible chances between last week and this week, I'm 3 of 4 of becoming within 1 point of predicting the score.
What was the score prediction for this one?
I said on the radio yesterday with you and Condog, 31-14. Double E.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
coming close now. Close now.
You got a good gauge for it.
I'll nail one.
Labor Day game. Get to that on Elks 101
so
next week, I guess.
We talk about winning against the West with the Labor Day. It's all out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a rivalry. Killam's first game against the Stamps.
Yes.
Labor Day. Like, this is going to be hype beyond
the team's going to be
normal, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Team's going to be jacked for him.
Team is winning, trending upwards. Calgary's got a good team. Both Alberta teams are starting to be on the real right path, which they hadn't the past couple of years. It's going to be hype now, fellas.
And I was tweeting about this one, like the momentum coming off of, sorry, excuse me. I was going to try and hide that, but I couldn't. The momentum coming off this one, like I tweeted this and, talked about this and why the win was so big. Like, going into those 2 Labor Day games as a 4-6 team who's won 3 in a row, the momentum is so much different than if you go in 3-7
limping
and you're coming off a loss to the second worst team in the league with a backup quarterback. Like, if you had lost this one, any shred of momentum you would have had moving forward, completely out the window, right? Like, it's gone. You lose to Ottawa with Dustin Crum. No disrespect to Dustin Crum, but you're a backup quarterback for a reason. But to go out there, get the win, make it 3 in a row. And listen, it wasn't like some 25-point beatdown, but they started the week as betting underdogs. They won by double digits. I know Ottawa is not some vaunted offense, but held them to 20 points. And that's another thing. In Edmonton's, since Cody took over as quarterback, the opponents have scored 21, 28. That's kind of the anomaly here. That was the Hamilton game. 22, 20, and 20. So like, the defense is locking in. I think a big part of that is Cody just being able to extend drives as the quarterback and keep that offense on the field. But like, the defense has been down on their mouthpiece, geared up, and they're holding these teams again. Like, we're not playing the best offenses in the world. I get that.
He's been coming though,
but they've been playing a lot better. Yeah. And just, I don't know, like the moment, you can speak to this way more as a player, but the momentum of having won 3 in a row now versus what it might have been if you lose this one to the second worst team in the league with a backup quarterback. Now you got to go play your rivals 3-7 instead of 4-6. Like that's a huge swing.
And they're learning how to win, right? And they're learning how to finish games. And you brought this up, Deck, like they have these lulls in the third quarter, which you're going to have the peaks and valleys in a game, but they're finishing the fourth quarter strong. And that's where you want to finish. That's learning how to finish and execute down the stretch. So this team is showing that. And going into the Labor Day with, the momentum of 3 wins and really 4 good games played, that's just bodes well and thinking that we can go in and beat these guys. And I'll tell you, it's hard to go down there and win at McMahon. It's like really hard, even if they don't field really strong teams every year. Like there's something about it, man. That Labor Day game is really hard. There's a reason the numbers are fairly staggered, I believe, historically for Calgary, because it's a tough place to go down and win, man. I've never done it in my career.
You guys never won?
Never won in my 4 years, and we had good teams.
Yeah.
The rematch is different.
Yeah. Right.
But going down there,
yeah, huge. And that's why I'm really curious to see what Saskatchewan and Calgary do later today, like how Calgary looks against them. Because if Calgary VA is going to be, obviously playing, but if they go into that one and just get like throttled in kind of a Saskatchewan revenge game type of thing, like it's same thing, like how you feel, I would imagine you feel so much different going into that rivalry game, those Labor Day games off a win against a good opponent, like in Calgary's case would be versus a loss getting throttled. Like that carries over. It has to.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about the offense too. Everybody was eating.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the numbers, nobody really popped off. Leak had his punt return and he had some really good offensive sparks.
He had a nice runner too.
Rankin, he didn't pop off, but he still got his and he ate. Curley led the game in receiving yards for 70. That's not pedestrian.
No,
everybody was eating.
That 38-yard bomb.
Yeah. Cody, he distributed the ball, had that 30-yard run too. That was pretty sweet.
It has a big one.
That was a huge run.
Both quarterbacks, funny one for this one, both quarterbacks led the team in rushing.
Okay, Crumb's a beast now. I'll say that. Crumb's a beast. He was delivering some blows.
Yeah,
they said that early on in the broadcast, and then throughout the game, boy, he led with his shoulder about 4 or 5 times.
I still think it's funny that he's got like the slowest spin move in the world. Like you can see it coming pretty much the second he leaves the pocket, and he still hit it like 3 times. Like I'm like, what are we doing here? Like how are we letting dust? But he is a lot more mobile. I knew he was a mobile quarterback, but he was more mobile than I gave him credit for. Yeah. And one thing with a backup quarterback is I think you generally. Like it's your shot, right? You're finally coming in. Like you're getting a chance to show what you can do. Like you play tight, you play a little nervous. And I don't think Dustin Crum played exceptionally well or anything. And that was reflected in the stat line. But I didn't think he played as tight or as nervous as I thought he was going to. I thought that it would bode well for Edmonton. But again, like Edmonton was able to get there. They weren't able to take the ball away in the passing game. But I don't know, like I lost my train of thought, but
with his numbers,
he 23 for 29. Okay. So good efficiency, 277 yards. And he obviously had the 1 touchdown to Miller.
Not a bad game at all, man.
That's not a really good game, right? Actually. Like efficient. And that's what I was saying. Like I was hoping they could kind of pick up on, some of that nervousness that comes and just some of like the pressure. Well,
he started games though.
He has, he for sure. It's not like it's his first start or anything.
They just, man, these backup quarterbacks, they're still kind of giving it up. They're not locking it down the way they should be. It's coming. But they got to lock it down more on D.
I will say this, man, because they do tackle well. Like I got to give the DBs credit. Like JJ Ross flies in there.
He does.
I thought Royce was tackling well. Yep. I thought Kobe tackled well.
He's always going to tackle.
Tyrell is the king of like he plays the ball so smart when it's in the air. Like on that, I forget which route it was. I forget which receiver it was too. But this is Tyrell's thing. Like when they go up in the air to make the catch, he's just undercutting them every time and just letting them.
Dangerous as heck, but man, why not? It's totally as a defender.
Try holding the ball when you're falling like that and you hit the ground.
Exactly. He's
straight
so
up. I'm all for it.
It's part of the game, right?
Exactly.
Like it sucks to see, but
I'm all for it.
I want you to drop the ball. So there you go.
Also, this one kind of funny. I bet if we went back, hit the old DeLorean time machine and placed bets on which Elk would be the first one to have a multi-sack game this year, No one would have bet Noah Taylor.
He had a big
but
game.
shout out Noah Taylor. He in fact did. Yeah, he did. Barlow as well. He didn't get sacked, but he had the 2 tackles for losses. Like
even Jake, you could tell Jake was getting after. But that's what should happen against a team that's shittier than you.
Yeah.
You should be, guys are out there trying to, it's a race to the quarterback, you know?
Next up, they got to start picking the ball off. You said that we've given up 28 points in one of the 4 games since, and then the rest are all around 20, and that's with 0 picks, maybe, right? Like we don't turn the ball over on defense.
The Ford one against Montreal is the last one I remember,
and that one was still like I almost don't even count.
One
that
of the worst throws of the year.
That was
like across the league.
It was right to him, and he almost dropped it.
Of the year.
Dude,
he fumbled it a bit.
Because he was too open.
Yeah, that thing probably felt like it was in the air forever.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I hate. I've been in that feeling like 3 times in my career where I've been at tight end and they throw you the ball. Yeah. Even on like a dart, it feels like it takes forever for it to get
a 90-pound ball and trying to grab that thing.
And you're thinking, don't drop it.
It's so much easier as a DB to just jump the route than it is to catch a floater like that, because you become a receiver in that moment.
Start thinking about it.
You're like, where are the footsteps coming? Like, who's coming to Terrell Ford's thinking, who's coming to Terrell Ford me? Who's coming to undercut me and take my legs?
Once he did have it, that track speed.
Yeah, took off with it. But I still like that. And MBT is so bad that they went with.
He didn't get hit. Man, I'm not saying anything, but MBT on that throw, he didn't get hit. Nothing was an issue.
Ball wasn't tipped.
And then he's on the sideline all of a sudden with an ice bag on
the elbow.
Yeah, that's just. I'm not saying it's a fake or anything, but I know the feeling. We'll put it that way.
Classic rec league
I know
soccer,
the feeling
when the worst player, who everyone knows is the worst player, like trips over the ball, then they go back to the sidelines and start icing their ankles.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, we know what you are.
Yeah, we know what's happening here.
Shout out MBT though. I mean, career's probably looking over.
I was thinking about him actually driving one day recently, and not like that, fellas. And his salary.
No one said shit, by the way. You brought it up yourself.
His salary, man, like how much he's earned. He's probably made like at least a couple hundred a year for the past like 17. Yeah. Some years way more than that, but I'm thinking just average. And because he's 37, 38, and how much he's made, over that span being even just a backup.
Yeah.
Like he's probably made a lot of coin, man. Being a journeyman quarterback.
He could probably do another backup role 1 or 2 more years.
Because he's making as a backup, even up in the CFL with incentives at this point in his career, a couple hundred for sure.
Yeah, he may have to take a bit of a salary cut if he wants to stick around and play backup, but I think it's still out there.
But the thing about him is he doesn't even need it. It's
just whether or not you want to keep playing.
His wife is big time, and she's a big actress. Yeah, football is like the fun. Yeah. She's
just getting him out of the house.
She's the breadwinner for sure.
Oh shit,
yeah, really? She's big time.
What's her name?
I don't even know, man. I just know that's the story behind him. Look at
what a weird
MBT's wife.
15 minutes in, and we have gone from the Elks post game podcast to who is McLeod Bethel Thompson's wife. But I gotta look this up now. I'm just too curious.
She's big time.
Yeah, she's a creator of Disney Plus series.
Wow. Which one?
That's insane.
Because I know, like, in the past, there's been talks of him retiring and, just to settle in so he can be at home with the kids.
Yeah.
And,
let mom do the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So football is totally like the side gig in the house.
That's crazy.
She wrote like Snowpiercer. She created Ironheart, The Midnight Club.
I said actress, but
that's just doing his thing. In the showbiz, in the biz.
I was in the realm.
Sure, yeah. Shout out MBT though.
Yeah, he's
Elks,
all right.
His name going up in the rafters?
Right next to Trevor Harris's.
You're funny, buddy.
Hey, Trevor,
as an elk, like he's been good outside this team, but when he was here, things didn't go very well for him.
Yeah, for definitely.
This is
handsomely to come here.
Yeah, they did. Now Sass got him. Worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, just Elks quarterbacks. Cody Fajardo now, the first Elks quarterback to win 3 games in a row since Mike Riley in 2018. Because the Elks have won 3 in a row last year, including the 2 Labor Day games, but it was with 2 different quarterbacks, Trey and MBT. I guess it must have been. And then
long time, man. 2018.
Crazy.
7 years since a quarterback has won 3 in a row. Mike Riley. And now Cody Fajardo's done it, and he's done it in what, 5 starts now?
Yeah.
Yep.
So shout out Cody, man. And Cody, like,
from where they were too.
Yes. And the offense is just so much more efficient with Cody Fajardo. Like everything runs so much smoother. And I know Justin Rankin didn't have the best game on the ground in terms of, final stat line, but he had an impact when he needed to. Like after the game was 20-17, that he comes down and he has, it was like rush for 11 yards, catch for 18, rush for 6, rush for 8.
Yep.
Touchdown. You know what I mean? Like big plays.
His touchdown to finish it. I know we're going to break down some film. I can't wait, because it's exactly what we've been calling for.
Yes.
What takes place on that touchdown. So it's pretty cool. It's almost like Maximic hears us, man. Like
he's a listener?
Man, for real, because they've done some adjustments that we've directly spoken about. And I know it's not us. But seriously, they've done about 2 or 3 throughout the season adjustments that directly we have said, and then you see it in the weeks to come. Yep. Exactly what we said needs to take place. We've seen it for sure. I'm 100%. Not BSing.
And again, it's funny actually. Some we got players following ElksNation, so I wonder if this is getting back out to the brass and say, hey, I saw this Instagram.
These guys are talking something on this show I was watching. How would we try this?
We're not dummies. They know what they're doing too.
No, of course. And then again, Justin, just to keep talking about him for a second here, 58 receiving yards, 50 yak yards. Like he just consistently finds ways. Like even when he's stunted in the running game, because this was the most carries he's gotten, or grouped with the most carries he's gotten in the past 5 weeks. And it's not really working. He's averaging under 3 yards a carry. Has some get blown up in the backfield. Some big ones get blown up in the backfield, by the way. Shout out to Darius Pickett really quickly. But when that's not working, like he's finding a way again. 5 catches, 58 yards, 50 yak yards. Making plays when he gets the ball in his hands because he's a playmaker. That's what he does. Like that's who Justin Rankin is. Still my team MOP. Sure. Do you want to get to some of this video here? Or actually, Rick, we didn't even get a chance to really hear your initial thoughts. What was your take on this one?
Look, I think we started the game off really strong, and I thought in the second part of the second quarter, it started to slip on them a little bit, and the same with the third quarter. And is more of that bend, don't break type of defense we've talked before, when I was like, man, I really prefer not to bend at all to these guys. And in the fourth quarter, I think they just kind of locked it up. So it's definitely it's a big game for them. It's a big win. There's a lot good, but there's still a little bit of learning left in there. And I think you clean up that third quarter stuff, you're going to beat pretty much any of these teams in the league. Yeah, so this team is much different since we started Saskatchewan.
It is a shocking stat, isn't it? Like 30 points in the third quarter, the whole season, 10 games now. You're averaging 3 a quarter, and then 94 in the fourth. Like it's very weird to me that they come out and kind of blanket in the third quarter. You have a full halftime to make adjustments and stuff, and then be such a good fourth quarter team where you can close out games and you can finish strong. Like what a just insane juxtaposition.
I want to have a quick shout out too, just because the defense wasn't their best effort, but it was a solid performance. Yeah. But Joel DeBlanco, he started now 5 games, I believe.
Is that what it is? Yeah,
something right around there.
4 or 5
since Nick's been injured. And just looking again, I know it's been for sure 3 times I've seen him at the top of the leaderboard for tackles in a game. Yeah. And he had 6. And there was a play, I forgot to get it to you, Rick. That's totally my bad. I was a little disheveled this morning, but he was on the far hash, essentially at the far numbers. Like he was way out there, and he hustled and he made a play all the way at the near sideline. And like, it was nothing but pure hustle and like finish. And he had no business being in on the play, but because it worked out and he kept on his path, he ended up making the tackle. And it's only because he kept running the ball and he hustles around, man. He had a game against Montreal where his tackling wasn't so sturdy and sure, but he's a really solid player out there.
I think he's bounced back really well since that bad one.
He has.
He's really athletic, like really athletic. And I'm not trying to, but there is kind of a tendency, like you see a white boy out there. Oh, you don't think he's quite as athletic. You know what I mean? But like Joel is athletic and he flies around and he really like. You can say this for any player. I don't love throwing this on someone because it's not fair to like others because everyone cares, obviously. But Joel really cares. Like he wants to be involved making plays. Like he wants to be the guy getting it. Yeah, exactly. 100%. And he's in kind of a tough spot. Like do you think he's ever Do you think he's mobile enough or athletic enough to play the Sam?
No.
I know,
no,
right?
I knew you were going to go there too. Yeah, no, and he is in a tough spot.
You go to a base 34, play Nick and Niles at the Mac and Mike, keep Joel as the Will, and keep Jalen as the Sam.
You could get away with that, but you don't really see a big.
When you drop all those linebacker names, which are the two in the middle and which are the two on the outside?
Yeah, so you'd run Nick and Niles as the Mac and the Mike.
Yeah,
and those are your middle?
Yeah.
And then you run the other two on the outside?
Joel can pass rush like that, you know? No. And, we're not going to forecast the future, but, everybody's getting older.
Also, things are working. Like, we're not going to switch up the base defense.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, as of now, you need the depth anyways, because Joel can fit in on specials too when Nick is back, and you can rotate them because, even in 2015 when we won the Grey Cup, we were really good in 2014, didn't rotate as much. 2015, we rotated a ton at every position. D-line, linebackers, JC and Rennie Curran were our linebackers in the middle, and they interchange every series essentially. Yep. So everybody's numbers were down, but you're fresher.
Everyone's fresh.
Playing a lot more aggressively. You're stronger in the fourth quarter. So you could always see something like that too when Nick Anderson's back. You just kind of rotate the three of them.
It is tough for a guy like Joel who's like playing really, really well, but like you're probably not going to win the starting job when Nick Anderson. Like it's,
what helps though? The tape he's putting out.
Oh,
it helps leading the games 3 out of your 5 starts and tackles.
Yeah, absolutely.
And 2 of them putting up 9 tackles.
Yep. Absolutely, it does. That's a lot of tackles.
He had 6 yesterday, but I know I've seen
he's been up to 9, I think, twice now.
Twice, yeah.
A couple times. A couple other notes I guess I had here. I still thought coverage a little bit too soft, but like, I don't know. You held Dustin Crum to under 300 yards.
Yeah, Dustin Crum, though, still 270 like that. Like,
they're 280 pretty much.
He was moving that rock. They're there. They give up a lot of the intermediate, and I get the concept, give it up and rally, but then sometimes they don't.
And they are rallying.
They do, but sometimes I know it's pro ball, but it's Dustin Crum. Shouldn't be chewing you up the way he did.
Yeah, I want a little more foot on the throat when you're up like that.
Yeah.
Right? Well, like, don't even let him back into the game. You're up by, what was it, 17-0 at one point?
Yeah.
Go after him and finish him.
Oh, yeah.
Finish the game where you're up by, exactly.
Then
take them out of the game.
Demoralize them.
We allowed them a chance. We allowed them a chance to get back into it and cleaned it up at the end. But let's get rid of that middle part. And let's just, when you got them down, finish them.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be like the defense that's giving up career highs to Nick Arbuckle and then letting Dustin Crum the next week.
That's all I'm saying, right? Like, I'm not to disparage these guys and call them down.
Listen, they used to be giving up things in coverage and not rallying. Now at least they're getting there.
Rallying. They're getting there with intentions, but still, it's just you're seeing like Crum picked them apart, and it was a couple of drives only. It wasn't all game, but there was a couple of drives where he
start the third quarter.
He diced
the middle of the game.
Start to the third quarter, end of the second. He got hot.
So, do you think that was us taking a step back, Ottawa taking a step forward? Like, why did that happen?
That's a really good question, Rick. I think with where these teams are at roster-wise, where they're trending, because I think Edmonton is trending up. Ottawa is neutral, if not going down. It's safe to say that. Bobby Dice job might be in question.
Dude, did you see his handshake with Coach Killam after the game? He looked like a guy who knew he was not going to be coaching CFL football for a whole lot longer.
So, getting back to, what was the question, Rick?
Just like, why did they come back into it? Did did the play calls on defense change a bit? Do you get a little more precautionary and not really go after the quarterback as much, and he takes advantage of it? Like, did Ottawa get better? Like, why did we allow that?
Well, like Deck said, they're getting there and rallying, but still, there's got to be a little more finish to this defense. Like, they're, for the most part, now in the right positions. Like, they are. Passes aren't just totally getting complete with ease like in the first portion of the season. Like, the guys are having to earn it. But now what I'm seeing is a lot of yak. You're completing the 15, 12-yard ball, and they're running for another 10.
Yeah,
the finish to the play needs to be there. We talked about Dustin Crum and his ability to run a bit and how strong he looked because you put a shoulder down, and you got to finish that. You got to come in. It's a quarterback, and you got to finish his ass. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's got to be more like, talk about how Ford finishes every time. Essentially, he's chopping those legs out. There just needs to be more finish, and it's coming. They're closer, but there still needs to be more because again, you just let Dustin Crum go for 2.
Yeah, you can't. If you get up by a couple scores on a better team, you can't allow them back in, right?
No, you can't. You
So
can't.
you got to find a way to
the finish.
choke them out when you get a chance.
Exactly. You got to finish play by play, and you got to be the quote unquote hammer, not the nail.
Yep. There's definitely still work that needs to be done. Like I don't think anyone is looking at this Elks team, even the way they're rolling right now, maybe outside of us, and thinks like that's a Grey Cup winning team at all 3 levels of the game: offense, defense, special teams. But it's certainly a lot closer than what it has been. You know what I mean? Like there's something to be said for that.
But they're on a 3-game win streak.
Yeah.
We're rolling into Labor Day.
Into Labor Day. You got probably the biggest 2 games of the year coming up right now. Let's go.
We can nitpick and everything, but
you're winning games, man.
You're winning games.
W's and L's. How many times we said it? But W's and L's.
I can't even. My fingers are too jacked. I
can't do the Jameis.
Do it, man.
When you're so jacked, you can't even do the Jameis.
No, man. You mean no? Like
I don't think they bend anymore.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, that
doesn't straighten out.
Football hands.
The worst part about it is when I'm wearing jeans. I go to put my hand in my jean pocket. It gets like rolls up.
Does it jam easy when you play basketball?
Oh yeah. It doesn't even. It doesn't even.
Yeah, it looks bad. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
like the Baldinger finger.
Yeah. And then this one's all sideways.
Yeah, look at that one here.
It's funny though, this finger on like a lot of guys, it's always this finger on their dominant hand that gets jammed up.
Why is that?
Probably because it's your weapon. Like you use your hand as
first
your
hand
weapon.
to go forward.
I don't know, man. Yeah. I really don't know, but it's so common. It's always this one with guys, and it's always kind of buggered like that.
Great. That's all I'm going to be looking for now for the next couple of football shows I'm watching is looking old guys and looking at their hands.
Look at which finger specifically.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to start like dapping dudes up and like really looking at their hands.
Another one too, when I go in for a handshake, sometimes it'll get caught and I'm like, man, I got to redo that again. Like,
why didn't you just get it fixed up?
The only thing you could do is get plastic surgery. And like at that point, when I was young and dumb, I'm not going to get time. I'm not going to miss a game for a finger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's like why fighters with cauliflower ears don't get their ears drained. It's like, well, it's just going to happen again.
Exactly. That's the reality of it.
I got to dude. One time I went to shake a guy's hand, but he had had everything amputated. So he only had like 2 nubs where like his thumb and like his ring finger were.
Hey, and I like
grab it. So I went to shake his hand and I felt it. And dude, I literally freaked out. I was like, I was like young. I was a kid. I was probably like 12. But I was like, like I literally like screamed and I like freaked out. And I felt so bad afterwards because I was like, this guy was like this. Yeah, literally.
I think he's used to it.
I was a kid. I was 12, but I was probably too old to be like freaking out. Like, I might as well have just called him a freak to his face. You know what I mean? And he did say, he was like, hey, like, sorry, I probably should have said something. He was cool about it, but I felt so bad. I still feel bad about that sometimes.
If you guys
that dude does that on purpose.
Oh, if you guys ran into a person with a nub now, would you ask them about it or would you just kind of leave it?
Depends on who it is. I don't mind asking questions.
I'll own it with strangers. I'm kind of shameless.
For sure.
I'll be like, and I'll give them love. Give me a pound. I'll make it fun.
If I'm like walking past him on the street, I'm not going to stop.
No.
Maybe you introduced to him or something like that. Now you're in the same little circle. I'll bring it up.
For sure. 100%.
Just ask about it nicely.
People like, I could be wrong. I think they would like want to talk about it. Like there's probably a pretty decent story behind it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't think you're really hiding it from it too much.
Yeah. One other thing from this game, the game was, so Ottawa got the ball back with 34 seconds left. And the game was over for all intents and purposes. But hold on. I want to pull up the exact.
I'll be honest. I had a little issue with my PVR last night. So I lost the last 4 minutes.
It was.
Is this when Buddy got hurt?
No.
What happened?
Shout out Daniel Opogo. Prayers up, man. Hope he's okay.
Game because I didn't see it.
Yeah, it would have been
two and a half minutes left.
Yeah, inside the 3 minute. Yeah,
and I lost. My
Edmonton
PVR
had the ball.
Like 4, and Edmonton was up. I knew they were going.
I still couldn't tell exactly what happened to him.
It was a weird one. It was just like he went in. So he was flowing to the play, made the tackle. He went a little initiating head to shoulder on Cody. Head doesn't hit the turf. Doesn't really look like the net cranks or anything.
Didn't jar it.
No, didn't look like it. Goes down, starts to get up.
Yeah.
Actually does get up.
He got up.
Oh, okay.
And then as he's up, waves over to the training staff and goes back down. So like, I don't know, like it's definitely, I've been, and maybe this is a bad analogy, but I've been in like boxing, like I've been in sparring before where you get hit and it's a delayed reaction. Like you don't feel it. And then all of a sudden your legs are gone. Yeah. So I assume it's, something like that because you do feel it, like when something's wrong. But the point I'm trying to make is there was nothing on the play that you really point to and say
nothing egregious.
Yeah, like it didn't, like his head was the crown. I think it was the crown, like made contact with Cody's shoulder, but it didn't look like anything out of the ordinary. Got right up, but clearly something happened that sent him back because he was down for a bit. Be over 10 minutes.
It was a bit of and then the neck thing, and they kept him on his stomach the whole time until the very, very end, and it was scary. Yeah, it was weird to me. Like you've seen a lot of these plays, and you're like, okay, that's what it is. And this one, I couldn't figure it out.
Hate seeing that, but I did see a tweet that Ottawa put out.
Yeah, I think he's all good.
All the scans came back negative. He's out of the hospital, which is great.
Good.
So yeah, very happy to hear that. But Ottawa gets the ball back with 34 seconds left. They're down 10, and the game is over pretty much. But here's my thing: like with 34 seconds left, they got it on their own 34, so it's a long field, obviously 86 yards. But like, take some shots at least. Like, I know it's a 10-point game with 34 seconds left, but like, take some shots. This is what their offense looked like: 11-yard pass, 10-yard pass, 11-yard run, 7-yard pass, game's over. And listen, I know Edmonton's playing prevent. Like, I know you got like 9 back or 8 back there. But like, I don't know, underthrow your receiver, hope for a PI. Yeah, like totally. Take some shot, get into field goal range at least. Yeah. And I'm not like, if this was Edmonton, I'd be way more animated about this. It's Ottawa, so I don't really care. Like, we got the dub, but I'm like, at least try and get into field goal. There's 34 seconds left. That's not 5. Get into field goal range. A play to get you into field goal range maybe takes 8, 9, 10 seconds. Yeah. Get into field goal range, kick the field goal. It's a 7-point game. Kick the onside kick. Maybe you get it back with 20 left and you just start airing it out. Like, they completely gave up. They completely quit.
Yeah, no chunk plays at all there.
And again, I know
they ran 4 plays?
4 plays, 11 yards, 10 yards, 11 yards, 7 yards. And that last one, the one to stand back, was like it. Like, it wasn't even, didn't even matter. Yeah, it didn't even matter. But I'm like, I couldn't believe they're just the way they folded, really. And again, I know Edmonton's playing prevent, but I know everything's over the top, but at least try for
go for the PI, man.
Yeah, exactly.
What else you got to lose?
It is easier to get a PI than to complete.
It's almost too easy, man.
Yeah.
Is that Andy Dalton special? Underthrow your receiver, get the PI.
Man. Get
like,
that.
Do something, man. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
it was just check down.
They're not in a good place, Ottawa.
Nope.
They're not in a good. Things could be worse. Imagine if we were that franchise.
Yeah,
we were that franchise a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but
even still, like, we at least had a history.
Yes, exactly.
That's fair.
Say the thing about Ottawa is they had some really good teams when they first got in the league. 2014 was their first year.
Didn't you guys beat them in the Grey Cup in 15?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
but they had no salary cap their first couple of years, so they had all these like 4,000-yard receivers, and like they were all getting paid $200K, and like, so things were different when they first came in the league, and they were having all this success
immediately with Rick Campbell.
Right away. They came in the league in 14 and lost in the Grey Cup, and then they were back again in 15, and we beat them. And then they won again a couple years later.
They were funny, like, iteration. Who was, because I remember, I think it was Kerry Joseph who went first in the expansion draft back when they became the Renegades. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
But then
I know he played for them. I remember them. I remember them before they
definitely
folded.
Played there.
The Renegades.
Yeah. Who was their head coach? It was, or like one of their head coaches.
Oh,
I'm going to have to look it up. Because I remember.
Throwing Samoan. Wasn't he one of their coaches? What was the throwing Samoan's name?
Oh man, I gotta look it up here.
I gotta look it up too now.
Man.
This is terrible.
They were only in the league from. How were the Renegades only in the league from 2002 to 2006?
I don't know, man. If you look back without really like looking at the computer and stuff and just kind of use your memory, it's hard to remember how long the Rough Riders were there and how long they were gone and how long the Renegades came in and when they were gone and when the Redblacks finally came.
Yeah.
There you go.
Joe Pow.
Yeah.
Oh man,
he was the coach. Yeah.
Weird.
He was the throwing Samoan.
You think it's so weird that they've had like so many iterations of the team? Like, I don't know. Isn't that?
You know what, man? They need to get a 10th team, fellas. And
yeah, they do.
Gotta do an episode on this. Where?
Elks 101.
Question.
Monday morning.
Hey.
Cover that. That's a great topic.
There's a plug.
Go tune in.
I would go east. I know the
Far East.
The community. Yeah, Far East.
Yeah.
I played in
like
one
Atlantic.
Of those, yeah, I played in a touchdown Atlantic, and it's like a Hamilton style support out there, right? Smaller, but passionate.
Yep.
And I think you could have a franchise. It doesn't take a ton. And I say this sitting in this chair, but it really doesn't. You don't need to have a stadium with 40,000 people. Nice, something cute with 20 to 25.
How big is BMO? How big is BMO? It's not huge, is it?
No, it can't see more than 20.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so something like BMO.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even less, man.
Yeah.
Even less. So it's sold out, right?
Yeah.
So it looks good.
You could probably use one of the colleges for a bit.
Yeah, I was going to say 24.
Oh, maybe they make it bigger now that...
and they for sure can...
But yeah, there's got to be a college out there or something like that. You can't use a stadium for the first season or two. And
yeah,
Would you brand it as like Atlantic Canada, or would you like it's Halifax or it's St. John or whatever?
Yeah,
you got to give it the city.
Yeah,
you got to give the city theirs.
To the city.
Everybody will jump on board. You got to give it to the city though.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we want to get to our video?
Let's check it out.
All right, what's the first one we got here?
First one we're starting off with the Rankin TD.
Ooh, there we go.
So for me, why I really wanted this one, there's a couple things that I really noticed. Do we have the tight angle at all? Excuse me, Rick.
We got one angle, and that's this one, baby.
No, that's cool, brother. So first and foremost, look who's in the backfield, fellas. Mm-hmm. You got Leak and Rankin.
Did we not bring that up last show?
What's that?
Did we not bring that up last show? Let's get them both in the backfield at once.
Get them both in the backfield, and look how it just slows the defense down. And having Leak in the backfield, watch that linebacker who's on the hash. That would be the Will. And it just freezes him a little bit.
He really stuttered. Hey?
Yeah. It just freezes him and allows Rank to get downhill.
You got to watch because Leak's got speed. Exactly. You got to go outside.
Dude, his feet were in the mud. He was not on the balls of his feet or anything. He was a statue before he made the play. Look at that.
Yeah, because his eyes are on Leak.
Yep.
And they have to be on Leak. And if you really watch it, Leak really affects that because Rankin now can get downhill and boom, finish that play. But what else is interesting, and I noticed this on the tight angle, and I only noticed it with this play, fellas. I didn't notice throughout the game, but Mark Cordy was playing center and David Beard was playing guard.
So they brought it up. My buddy told me this when he was driving in. So shoot, I can't remember what his second half somewhere. He hurt his thumb, so they swapped positions.
Okay.
That's what they said on the radio.
Oh, that's okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So he wasn't able to snap.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And just a tough run by Justin to finish that one. Like just going through the linebackers, head down, shoulder down, getting to the end zone.
It begins with having Leak in the backfield and just keeping a defense honest.
Yeah. He has speed, right? So that guy can't cheat on Rankin. He's got to prepare himself in case Leak gets the ball.
It's like inches. That's where you see it's a game of inches because if you just take one step in and it's literally 1 foot to your right, Rankin's not going to come downhill like that, and it's a dead play.
Yep. Next one here, we got the curly catch at late in the fourth.
Yeah, this was a big one. This was just one to me that really seemed to kind of, because we've kind of had our touch on dethroned. We've had our, I don't want to say issues with Curly, but he's not. You get the price tag you get. We expect maybe a few. You put up 8 catches for 100 yards and a TD every. We'd like that to be your stat line. This one was one where Ottawa had built up some momentum, obviously here in the second half. Fourth quarter had been a lot better for the Elks, but this is a play where game sealer, really. And you go to one of your highest paid guys with the biggest price tag. And the point I was trying to make is like Curly, hasn't, I'm not going to call him absent, but he hasn't been making plays like this. And this is one where he shows up, finds the spot, great ball from Cody. And that really, and from your own 36-yard line on 2nd and 7, all of a sudden you're looking at punting, playing the field position game. Yeah, exactly. And this, you just bomb it down to Curly inside Ottawa's 35. Huge play, big time player. Big time play.
Yeah. And I remember my PVR, so I didn't even see that until now because that was under 4 minutes. So that's a really nice touch pass.
Yep.
Something else too to highlight it with Curly that I noticed earlier in the game is he got the ball, and you can tell this is when guys are playing with urgency. He got it and he just got north, and then he kind of got stuck and he was going to lose yards and he wasn't going to get the first. And then he had that kind of panic set in and he just dove and stretched out. Yeah. It was a really good play. Yep. And that's when, guys are playing good team football. Yep. And that you could see that just with the body language. It was really encouraging.
100%. We got Tanner Green here.
Yeah. This is the hurdle.
Ooh-wee, big man.
Yeah. Like not much to say about this one other than this was just cool as shit.
Hell yeah.
Like, what's funny? He actually didn't get up that much.
No, he didn't.
He didn't get up that much, but it looks
good. The timing of it.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Timing.
Yeah.
You have to get that first right leg up.
Because I remember I was watching SportsCenter after the game and they were talking about like, look how high Tanner Green gets. His left leg fucking barely off the ground, bro.
It's like 3 inches.
He's like,
but it looks good.
It does look good. It's
buddy,
cool.
At the end of the day, it's a hurdle.
Yeah, and you're a fullback, so you shouldn't be doing that. We're gonna restrict. That's Saquon Barkley's move. Don't be doing all that. But you did, and dude, I couldn't imagine like hurdles. They seem to be a lot more prevalent in the last like few 5 years ish. Like I don't know. I don't remember watching the game as a kid and seeing like it seems like you see one hurdle across the league, whether it be NFL, CFL, like every week. You never saw that when I was young, and because the point I was thinking about was like I never got hurdled. I couldn't imagine getting hurdled as a defender.
I've never been hurdled
but it
before.
Yeah. I would think.
But I've like been looked stupid on film for sure. Running backs have definitely like shook me and stuff.
Yeah. But it's like, honestly, it is like, if you're athletic enough, it is underutilized because tackle low, like low man wins. That's what you're always taught. Like get low, take the legs
That's
away.
probably, and you talk about how it's not something you see a lot. I bet it's because of some of the rules, you know, with hitting guys high and stuff like that. We've seen some of those super big collisions that happen when guys go really high, kind of out of the game more so now.
Yeah, they're going lower right now, right? So if you're going lower, go up and over.
Also, one like has such potential to go wrong. Like a bad hurdle, all of a sudden you're getting caught midair and slammed. Like
who was it?
Bro, I promise you, someone try to hurdle me and I catch him midair. I'm slamming them down like I'm the Undertaker.
Wasn't it Bijan that has a really big hurdle and then just landed terribly on his neck and still bounced up?
Sounds like some Bijan would do.
Yeah, I think it was Bijan. I'll try and find that. But in his college year, he hurdled somebody and he landed terribly,
like a top,
but got up.
Or you just get
like a little button.
Like you try and hurdle and you got 2 defenders coming from each side. You just get spun midair.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
old
helicopter.
Oh, that was Elway. That was Elway in 98 or something like that.
That was in the conference, not the Super Bowl. Or was that Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think it was Super Bowl because I think it's the Packers are playing. Yeah.
Or was that? That was the drive.
Yeah, it might have been.
That was the.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
he has one awesome where he just does a full 360.
Yeah.
What do we got? Leaks punt return here.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull that bad boy up.
Those two are best buds too. Pretty cool. Leak and Rank.
Oh yeah, they ride by each other for sure.
Right now.
Look at this one. And Ottawa's special teams not been
knew he's out there.
Yeah.
There's no angles.
He did this last game against Ottawa, did he not?
Yeah, that's a funny one. They've now played.
They had one too.
Yeah, 2 games against each other, 3 punt return touchdowns. That's pretty crazy. But this one, sometimes you point at the blocking. This one, like the blocking's fine. You got guys holding their blocks, but really it's right there. It's that juke, hit the hole. And you're already at the second level. And then dude, 3 yards into this return, pretty much, it was a foot race.
It was a huge block, right?
Yeah. He's like the 5th guy down there, I think.
Right.
So I think they're on the 40 right there. They're on the 40 right now, right?
Nobody in their backs.
Bang.
The white jerseys.
Yeah.
The white jerseys. Ooh, and then who was that?
Get this one more.
No flags. That's the big part here.
Yeah, you never want to be the guy who gets caught blocking in the back. Yeah.
2-7. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be dejecting to be the guy who makes a hold there as he takes off.
Oh yeah, that hurts.
Like Hamilton in the Grey Cup.
Man, I'm so out of touch though. I got to know like what this is about. Like I see so many guys across the league do it.
That one. That, you know what that is for me?
Because watch, he does it at the end. It's his telly. I got to know what it's about.
This one for me, because I'm a little younger than you guys. That's Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. That's what Zach and Cody used to do to each other.
Look,
in a hotel.
Is that what that is?
Oxygen, man. You call for oxygen.
I don't know, man. I see a bunch of guys do it across the league.
Yeah, I'll ask him next time
Yeah.
It's like next time I'm down there and hey, who do you want to talk to? Javon, just one question. It's about this.
Yeah. What is that, please?
What's all this about? Yeah. before we get to, do you want to do players of the game? Offensive, defensive
players? Yeah.
Do you guys have anyone that sticks out to you?
Honestly, so when it came to defense, I don't think anybody really stood out amongst everybody else when you watched the game. So at that point, I had to go back to the stat sheet to try and find somebody. And with the 2 sacks, I have to give it to Noah Taylor.
Yeah, no, I mean, first guy to have a multi-sack game, it tough not to. I'd really be messing with JJ Ross and what he's been doing. He tackles hard. He plays hard. He flows well.
He does.
He's fine really in coverage, but I like what he does a lot. And he led the league led the game in tackles for the Elks. I'm looking at it right now. He had 6 along with Joel, but he's a guy, he hits hard and he's physical. And when he does make contact, like no one's really breaking contact. He's bringing you down. He's wrapping you. And if he's hitting you hard, you're not going anywhere. I've just really been really impressed with what I've seen from JJ Ross. Cause I think another thing is after, Bynum got injured, I think a lot of people thought Leonard was going to be the guy who was going to come in and start playing that weak side corner. And JJ kind of came in the week after that and took the job, and he's just stuck with it. But I've been really impressed with him. I like JJ's game a lot, so I'm going to give it to him. It's always kind of boring to give it to the guy with the most tackles, but his impact, like the way he hits you, man, is really impressive. And the way he raps, it's really impressive.
No, he's a good player for sure, man. And he's been standing out ever since he's been up. Joel is an obvious one just because the tackle production is there, but I'm going to be with Rick. Noah Taylor, getting a couple of sacks. That's something that this team is needed, is the finish there from the D-line, and he brought it that game. So 4 tackles, 2 sacks. That's a hell of a game.
That's a really good game. Really good game. And a big sack too. That first one was big. Mm-hmm. Do you guys have an offensive player of the game?
Yeah, you know what? I think it was the play that kind of sealed the game. We watched it right there. And then Eddie was talking about earlier that he wasn't quite there and made sure he got that first down. But I think Curley was the one who kind of stood up. And like I said, that last play there, it flipped the field. Like if they don't make that pass, it's now 3rd and 7. You're giving the ball back. You're only up by 7. Like you're white knuckling at that point, right? So I think this really solidified the win there.
I'm going with Leak.
Yeah, I like that. I like that
because he
only carried the ball 4 times, but it was impactful.
He had a really nice run too, though.
It was
16-yard run.
And we talked about having him the dual threat in the backfield, and he scored. And I know it was on specials, but you're producing points, so I'll consider that offense. And let's just check it out. So just his touches alone, fellas. Punt returning, 4 punt returns for 106. Average of 26.5. Mm-hmm. That's average. That's nice. So that's per touch. That's nice, fellas. Kick returning, 4 for 88. Average 22. Averaging 22. That's per touch. That's really nice. 1 reception, 17. Per touch. Like
it's first down.
4 rushes, 24. Averaging 6. So just everywhere, every time he touched the ball, it was mass production in the biggest way. So he's going to be my offensive player.
Shit. Makes me want to switch my pick to Javon as well. I'll still roll with Justin just because I think even when you get kind of stunted like that drive after that after Ottawa admitted 2017, he was such a huge part of, like I said, the 11-yard run, 10-yard catch, finished with the touchdown. I forget the exact numbers, but even being stunted in the running game, even though there was a commitment to it, he finds a way to be effective in the passing game. 5 catches off 5 targets, 58 yards, 50 yak yards, had the 27-yard one. And then again, like averaging 12 per. That's, you throw him the ball 5 times, averaging 12 per. That's 5 first downs just like that. So it's a little boring. It's a little chalk. I've gone with him for a few good weeks now, but I'm going Justin Rankin. Justin Rankin again.
It's not a bad choice, man.
Do you guys have any final thoughts on this one? Like overall for me, like this was a team that you 100% should have beaten. Like this was a game you 100% should have won. If you lose this game, huge problems. But you go in there, like I said, to my eye, for my estimation, never really felt like they were out of it at any part. Like always felt like they were the better team, always felt like they were in control. Even when Ottawa put down that 90+ yard drive, even when they were able to make it, 1-score game, always felt like Edmonton was the better team, always felt like they were in control. But it's a win you need because you win this one. And again, not to keep beating a dead horse, not to sound like a broken record, but going into those Labor Day games on a 3-game winning streak, a heck of a lot different than going in 3-7, just having lost to the second worst team in the league with a backup quarterback. So you won the game you're supposed to win. And I give you guys this credit because you guys talked about it earlier. Now it's time to step up the level of opponent. Like now, we've done it against Ottawa twice and Toronto and Montreal with a backup quarterback. Now it's time to go do it against Calgary. And we'll talk about that on Elks 101 on Monday, I'm sure. But now it's time to get a little bit serious and go do it against one of the heavier hitters.
The beauty of where they're at right now, man, is there is a lot of room for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
And they have not arrived. They're not a perfect team, but they're winning games. And they can look at the tape, see the success and positivity, and see that they are coming out with the end-all be-all W. But there's a lot of things to improve on in the tape, and that won't lie to them. So this team is in a really good place because they can continue to improve and fix their mistakes and get better, but continue to win while doing it. So here we go. Labor Day, baby. This is when the season starts.
Yep.
I love it. Can't wait. Listen, they're in the 5 games Fajardo's been here. The first 2 were against the 2 best teams in the league, and it was a 7 points combined loss, right? So we've already proven this team can play with the big boys. Now we have some momentum. Now we're playing better. Now let's get a big boy in here and let's go do it.
Hey, how about this, by the way? Last night's 3 touchdowns gets you a free Famous Star burger from Carl's Jr. Redeem that on the Elks Rewards mobile app.
Ooh.
That's good. That's good. That's
Everyone
good
go get your
information.
free burgers.
Real nice little plug.
Matt, yeah, no, it's good. Things are working well. Things are firing. Do we want to do letter grades again? I know you guys killed me for being an easy teacher last week. This one, I'm going to change it a little bit. B plus. B plus.
That's what came to my mind.
No, I'll give him a B. I'll give him a B.
B plus came to my mind, but actually B is where I'm at.
Yeah, no, I ride the B there. You know, you want the A, you got to play that full 60 minutes. You got to figure out that middle. Till you get to that, you're sticking to the B's.
If you want that A for me, you just got to beat Toronto by 8 points. That's all it takes.
Well, giving up a career best.
Yeah. Well, letting Nick Arbuckle have a career bet. Nick Arbuckle.
Damn near 400.
Oh, stop it. Okay. Shit, I think we're good then. Nothing else. Nothing else you guys want to get off the chest? Nothing else you guys want to talk about?
I think we're good. We'll see you on Monday.
Cool. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We will see you Monday for Elks 101. Great show. Preview the Labor Day game. And thank you for listening. Talk to you soon.